Hi everyone, welcome back to e-commerce success by Ad360. Today I'm responding to someone asking on Reddit what's the difference between a click, a user and a session. If you're getting started with e-commerce advertising and you're looking at your analytics figures, you might be surprised to learn these are different numbers and sometimes they can vary a lot. So we're going to review Google's documentation to try and understand where this difference comes from. If you enjoyed this content and this channel, please subscribe, like the video and comment below. All these little actions really make a big difference for us. So I thank you in advance if you're doing that, really making a big difference, really helping us grow the channel and help more users, more e-commerce business owners be happy, productive and successful. So this video is brought to you by Ad360. Ad360 is the easiest way to start online advertising. If you have a Shopify or WooCommerce e-commerce store, you can start ads in one click and run ads all over the web and in mobile apps, but more on that later. Okay, let's jump into today's content. So let me make the screen a bit larger. Okay, so when you're ready, this user asks about the difference between clicks, users, and session in their analytics. And they shared a screenshot, so let's look at the screenshot. They shared this number where you can see a difference between the number of clicks. So they had 12 clicks, but only 4 users and 5 sessions. So there's a big difference. So you would imagine if someone clicks on your ads, so that's one click, they get on your website, that should equal to about 1 user and 1 session. So why is there such a big difference between the number of clicks and the number of users and session? So this user, shout out to Maja Posavec, she explained a bit and shared this link, which we're going to review now, which is the documentation from Google Analytics, support.google.com, the Analytics Help Center, explaining the difference between Google Ads clicks and sessions, users, and we're not going to review everything else, but I'll put the link of this document in the description of this video. Okay. Let's read a bit about the difference between clicks and sessions. So click is someone that clicks on your ad, okay? This is measured by Google Ads. Remember that it's important, okay? Which system we're talking about and where this is coming from is super important. So the click is first registered by Google Ads if someone clicks on your ad on the web, okay? The session is measured by analytics. Okay, and the session is when someone goes on your website and if, maybe they just leave or they watch different pages, they look at different parts of your website, all of that is one session. So think of it as a cohesive group of actions made by one user on your website within a given time period, which I think is 30 minutes. I'm not 100% sure, but there is a given time frame during which the user needs to take their actions for this to be considered one session. So Google are telling us there are several reasons why these two numbers may not match. Okay, so a user may click on your ad multiple times. So that can happen. Someone can click a few times. They can click, go elsewhere, go back, click again. So I think that wouldn't be enough to justify going from 12 to 4 users, 12 clicks to 4 users, and 5 sessions. I do believe users do not click 3 times on average on ads. But this can happen. So if someone clicks several times on your ads, or they double click or something like that, it's going to count as 1 user in 1 session, or perhaps 2 sessions if they come back later. We're going to review that. But it's going to count for several clicks, as many times as they clicked on the button. So a user may click on an ad, then later during a different session return to the site through a bookmark, and in that case 1 click results in multiple sessions. So you can have a high number of sessions compared to the number of clicks. That's not the case. For this user they had 12 clicks and 4 sessions, but good to know. Okay, this I think is going to be the most important reason for you. So a user may click on your ad but prevent the page from fully loading by navigating to another page or by pressing the browser stop button. Okay, so what does this mean? This I think is going to be extremely frequent if your website is slow to load. If the load time of the page is too long, and this is a problem I see with many e-commerce websites just starting up, their websites sometimes are not well optimized, they take a very long time to load, and each like a millisecond more that you take is a certain percentage of users you lose. Because if it's too long to load, especially on slower connections, especially on mobile phones, if it's too long, people may just leave, go elsewhere, close the tab, or if they're on mobile, just swipe and go away. If they do that before the page is fully loaded, and then before the analytics code is run on the page, then analytics won't have the info. Analytics need the page to be loaded, and then the Google Analytics code, which usually is on the page header, so it should be one of the first elements to load. But if user stops or leaves before that, then Analytics doesn't have the information about the web page that's been loaded. And in that case, Analytics is unable to execute and send tracking, so no user, no session. But Google Ads still registers the click. That's where I told you earlier it's important to understand which system is registering the action. The click is registered from the ad. So as soon as people clicked on the ad, Google knows there is a click. But until the page is loaded, they don't actually know whether there was a session or not. Okay? In your case, I think this is the biggest and most important reason. I've rarely seen a number of clicks leading only to the third of users, or almost the third of sessions. So divided by 3, that's really big. I think maybe the page load time is the biggest maybe contributing factor. At least that's my hypothesis. Without more information, without seeing your website, we can't really know more. But that seems like a convincing culprit in my opinion. Okay. Now, clicks versus users, we're not going to read this entirely, but it's a bit similar. The difference, I think for us, the most important one to understand is session versus users. So a session represents the number of individual sessions initiated by all users on your website. And if a user is inactive on your site for 30 minutes or more, so yeah, 30 minutes is the session length, okay? So if they're inactive, they go elsewhere, they do something else, go to a meeting, and then they come back to your website, the same user can have multiple sessions. So it's not super surprising to have a high number of sessions compared than the users. You won't have something extremely different, but having something like that where it's 25% higher is really not surprising at all. Okay, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned a few things. If you want me to dig deeper in these analytics metrics and the difference between the sessions and page views and unique page views and how this is calculated, let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to have a separate video on a similar topic, which is the difference between an ad impression and an ad view, let me know as well, because this could be quite interesting a video in my opinion to make. Okay, thanks for watching this. If you want to learn more about Ad360 and how we can help you increase sales by automatically generating ads for your Shopify or WooCommerce store and running ads all over the web in addition to Google and Facebook, you can run ads anywhere on the web, on news websites, on blogs, on mobile apps, mobile games, different sorts of applications. If you want to learn more about all of that, it's super easy. You just need to click on the link below in the description. You can book a free demo, and there is also a free trial if you want to start the ad by yourself. And our team is here to help you. We give free consulting and free audits to help you get started, really have the best chances for success. We want you to be super successful so that you continue using our app for a very long time and get a ton of sales and happy customers. So feel free to contact us. I look forward to speaking with you. Have a nice day. I wish you a lot of success.